David, pre-season out of the way, the competitive starts now, and we're a better place to start than in the Europa League. How much are you looking forward to this one?
Very much so. I think you can feel that with the players as well. Once that last friendly was out the way, the players quickly, the mode of this is why we've been doing everything we've worked towards in pre-season. All the hard work, all the additional sessions that you need to go through is all geared up to make sure you peak in this game, or give you the best possible chance to peak in this game. So I'm happy where the players are, and then it's also the rewards from last season. So I think, when the season finishes, it's been a very quick turnaround, but I think that's because everyone's excited and looking forward to this one.
How would you reflect on the last few weeks of pre-season?
I think it's all you can hope for, really, which is players coming through the games, getting minutes into their legs. As I've already touched on, tomorrow night is why we've been doing what we've been doing. We've faced a lot of tough opposition within pre-season, and I've not been getting carried away with results more than anything else. If you look at how pre-season can go in different seasons, you can play different pre-season can look like you think you're going to start better than you are, and you'll never really know until that whistle goes on Thursday night. But from a physical point of view, we feel we've got the players in a really good condition, and safely. That's another thing. We've only obviously lost 𝗛𝗀𝗀, which was a bit of a blow, but that was an impact injury. So from that point of view, we feel we're in a really good position. But I think all the players are all chomping at the bit and desperate to try and be selected first and foremost for the rewards for last season.
Just off the training pitch there, how was that first session, and what does a kind of typical session, match day -1, look like?
Yeah, I think that was, we were a wee bit later in arriving today, so we had to tweak a little bit of the session, but coming over here I thought it was still important to come to the stadium. That's one of the things, when you're in Europe, you get the opportunity to come and see the stadium, to train on the pitch, to get an idea of the surroundings that you're going to be playing in, and I think that's important. I've experienced it myself, and I think that gives the players a little bit of familiarity before they come in tomorrow night. And as you would expect, training was bright, it was bubbly, nothing tactical tonight, purely because of where we are. Clearly you're not going to do anything with people potentially watching, so all the hard work's been done, everything's been prepared for a number of weeks now, really, all geared up towards tomorrow night, and I'm now looking forward to kick-off.
Yeah, definitely. You touched upon it there, your experiences as a player here in Europe and Denmark as well. We bumped into plenty of Hibs fans making their way over there. How much will they make a difference to you when the boys are out there tomorrow? Huge difference, and I think this is their reward as well. Last season didn't start as well as we'd like. They went through tough times, the fans, they always do. They're win, lose or draw, they're there in their numbers, and this is their rewards. European football, it's what everybody wants to see, and you've just touched on the last time we were in Denmark. As soon as I seen the draw, I've spoke to a lot of people who went to 𝗛𝗀𝗀 that night and talked about the game was good, but the trip itself and the occasion and the videos I've seen, and I had friends and family that went and just talked about the atmosphere, and as I've just touched on, I'm sure it'll be a fantastic occasion, and hopefully we can go home with a positive result. Just finally then, you touched upon a bit of team news earlier. I mentioned Lewis Miller. How's the squad looking ahead of tomorrow? Yeah, well, Millsy's not made it, and then the sort of longer term ones, Joe Newell and Rudy are the other two, but apart from that, everybody's fit, everybody's healthy, and as you'd expect, because everyone's wanting to be available for this one for obvious reasons, and as I've already said, I think the players are all in a really good place. They'll be delighted that that's the competitive stuff starting now, because now you've got a real focus of why you're doing it, and now I'm just looking forward to kick-off. Just finally then, FC Midtjylland, a club with European pedigree, played in the Europa League, the Champions League as well. What do you expect from them? It'll be a real tough test, we know that. Their experience, you talked about their Champions League team last season, and they've been successful in Europe for a few years now, so it's not as if it happened by accident that they've got into Europe for the first time, so we know it's going to be a real tough test. I knew that as soon as the draw was made, but it's also one that the players need to look forward to. Clearly we've known who our opponent is now for a few weeks, so we'll be able to do as much as we can. So the players will have a game plan and a mindset of going in to try and win the game, as we always do. But we're also wary of the fact that it's the tie's 180 minutes. It's very different from a normal sort of league game where so goals in the first 5-10 minutes, whatever that looks like. There's a lot of football to be played, and the other thing I will be mentioning to players is to make sure you go out there and give absolutely everything, because if we do that and we play as well as we can, we know we're a really good side. So all I'm focusing on is what I can affect, which is trying to get the best out of my players. Cheers, Dave. Best of luck. And thank you very much. Cheers.